All right, welcome Warrior fans to Winchester High School, where the Driver Hawks will be hosting the Wes-Del Warriors. We did have a bit of a late bus today, and that is why we're getting started a little behind. You are stuck with one announcer tonight. It is just me, the superintendent, Kyle Mealy, live, as I said, from Winchester. We might have a special guest when he arrives, but that might be too special to announce at this time. The Warriors are still over on the far side. We have just about 25 seconds left. It looks like some last-minute conversation from Coach Cullum and Coach Collick before we get started here with kickoff. Once again, I'll run through the Warrior roster. Our sixth graders are number 14, Elijah Gale, number 22, Raymond Du Bois, number 24, Paisley Chambers, number 27, Ethan Stafford, number 33, Daniel Story, number 63, Easton Stewart, and number 66, Cameron Vonderschmidt. Seventh graders, number 3, Mason Davis, number 5, Mason Skinner, number 13, Brock Nauman, number 15, Carter Flynn, number 28, Bryant Dalton, number 35, Owen Long, number 36, Jackson Troyer, number 58, JT Sirfus, number 60, Garrett Clements, number 62, Luke Powers. In the eighth grade, number 7, Zachariah Reno, number 10, Blake Whitehead, number 11, Graydon Hensley, number 18, Grayson Mealy, number 20, Dominic Bertram, number 40, Malachi Du Bois, number 50, Corbin Malco, number 55, Connor Harnish, number 71, Madison Patterson, number 74, Wyatt Tucker, number 75, Jonah Whitworth, and number 76, Dallas Godby. Head coaches again are Andy Cullum and Jared Collick. Currently doing the national anthem, so we'll take a short break here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. Well, welcome back, Warrior fans, and we are just about ready for kickoff here at the middle school football game at Driver here in Winchester. Currently located at Winchester High School at the Winchester High School field. Not exactly sure anything about, I don't even know if we've had our coin toss or talked it over or how anything works. And so I will be running both camera, announcing, and the computer. So I apologize. Looks like the Hawks will be kicking off to Wes-Del. But I apologize in advance for any delay in camera work, any delay in vocals and audio, and anything that might cause you an issue technical-wise, as I am a one-man show tonight. Back to receive for Wes-Del, I believe that is Blake Whitehead, number 10.
Number 65, Colton Ruth, set to kick off for the Hawks.
And it is 65, Colton Ruth, kicking off for Driver. And the ball's away. And that will be number 20 picking up the ball there. Going to the far side, and a nice tackle there. So Dominic Bertram with the return.
Bertram fields the ball for Wes-Del. Tackle by 33, Aiden Weatherhead.
So the Warriors take over. First down.
First and 10 Wes-Del on the 25-yard line.
They will be on the 25-yard line. And it's Grayson Mealy in the shotgun formation for Wes-Del. He has a receiver down here on the far side. It's Whitehead. Whitehead is in motion. Snaps to Mealy. Handoff to Whitehead to the top. Whitehead breaks out to the outside, picking up. And he's still on his feet. It looks like he's going to pick up about 7 or 8 on the carry. So Whitehead with a nice carry there to start for the for the Warriors.
Tackled by 45 Caleb Hummel and 33 Aiden Weatherhead. And 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3 for Wes-Del, and they will come out of the huddle here, led by number 74. That is Wyatt Tucker, the center. Now they have the heavy power formation in the backfield. Snaps away, and that is to Mealy. Mealy's got some blockers. He lowers his head, and he picks up a 1st down. So about a 7-8 yard carry there for number 18, Grayson Mealy. So Whitehead and Mealy, very familiar names here. If you've watched the middle school's first game against Tri-Central, as they were used by Coach Collum and Coach Collig extensively, along with Zachariah Reno. Here come the Warriors. Huddle was just a little further away from the ball than I think they were ready for, but quick snap, and it is Mealy. He's throwing the pass out and a little long, and not a lot of communication there between Whitehead and Mealy, and that is overthrown.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Work on our camera angle a little bit for those of you at home. So 2nd and 10 on the first possession of the game for the Warriors. As you know, last week's Union City game was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic and some issues. This looks like Whitehead in the backfield, and now Mealy's in motion. Now Reno's in motion. Snap to Whitehead, going to the far side. And he's met and pulled down by several Hawks there in the backfield. So that looks like a loss of 3, maybe 4. And that's going to bring up a big 3rd down here for Wes-Del. Wes-Del trying to get things going here early, and it's the motor looks to be just a little slow early. A couple good carries by Whitehead and then Mealy, and now a little bit of a stall in this possession. 3rd down. And Reno's in motion now. Actually just steps back to the power formation. And looks like we may have a false start. And we do on Wes-Del. So that's a
false start against Wes-Del.
Penalty flag there. That'll move the Warriors back even further.
Back them up 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 18.
So after the penalty on the false start, it's going to be 3rd and 18 for Wes-Del. And here they come again in the heavy backfield. Tucker will snap to Mealy. Mealy drops back, and a throw over the top, and it is long, just out of the reach
Pass is incomplete.
of Blake Whitehead.
Good coverage by the Hawk secondary. Brings up 4th down.
So 4th down now for Wes-Del. Offense looking a little rusty since they didn't have the game last week. It was the 44-6 win over Tri-Central in week 1, but this one's looking a little rusty. Snaps a little off, and now Whitehead will try to get it away and does. And a pretty decent roll out of that kick. It's down to now driver will take over.
Ball is down on the 29-yard line. They'll bring up 1st and 10, driver.
The driver will take over on the 29-yard line. Driver's first possession here of the game. Man's in motion. Handoff comes down here, and it's a cut back up and breaks one tackle and is tackled again, but that's a first down. That's Zachariah Reno with the tackle, who made several tackles in week 1. Called his name a lot defensively.
To a nice hole by the left side of the offensive line for a Hawk first down.
So the Warriors are going to have to wake up a little bit here in the first quarter. They look a little slow, not as sharp as they did in week 1 against Tri-Central. And no discredit there. That has a lot to do with the driver, offense and defense. And now we have a timeout, I believe, Wes-Del. An early timeout for Coach Cullum.
Timeout, Wes-Del.
And as we take this timeout, we will take a short audio timeout and leave the video here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. All right, and we're back here with the driver marching down the field after a first down on their first carry. And ball's away, another carry here. Out to the outside, nice cutback up the middle. And still on his feet, just dropped again by Zachariah Reno, number 7.
Aiden Weatherhead on the carry.
And that was Aiden Weatherhead carrying the ball for
Gain of 6,
the Hawks.
4.
So Weatherhead with a nice cutback there to pick up a few more on the carry, and Reno there to make the tackle again for Wes-Del. Second down and just about, we'll call it 3 for driver here. Snaps away. Plenty of blockers, and another missed tackle down here. And now he breaks free. He's got a couple men to beat. And he's met there, and that is number
33, Weatherhead, around the left
13
side.
on the tackle.
Driver, first down.
And that will be Brock Nauman. Brock Nauman there with the tackle, saving the possible driver touchdown. So driver moving the ball well on the ground in their first possession. Ball's away, and it's up the middle. And met there, that was, I believe, Wyatt Tucker in on the tackle, along with number 50 for the Warriors, Corbin Malco.
Lucas Reed on the carry, gain of about 4 yards.
So pick up a 4. It's second down and about 6 here for driver. Ball's away. Ran into his own blocker there, which held him up, and then number 40 for Wes-Del, Malachi Dubois and Blake Whitehead were there for the tackle. So
Number 23, Duncan on the counter. Loss of a few on the play. Brings up third down.
So on the loss, it's about 3rd and 9. This is a big defensive play for Wes-Del early here in the first quarter. Snaps away. Nice cut back. Open. Lot of opening. And finds the hole in for a touchdown. That is...
Number 33, Aiden Weatherhead.
That's Aiden Weatherhead once again with the carry. Number 33 for Driver, and puts them on the board. Good job by the line at Driver to find and create those holes for Weatherhead, and he takes advantage. And it looks like Driver's ready for the 2-point conversion. Snapped outside. That's Weatherhead again being chased, and he's in.
Number 33, Aiden Weatherhead for the 2-point conversion, making the score 8-0.
So early on the first possession, Driver takes advantage and gets an 8-0 lead. On the ground, Aiden Weatherhead was very effective there, number 33, with some good carries, but a lot of credit goes up front to the line for Driver. Pushing back the Warriors, creating some holes, and now it is an opportunity here for Wes-Del to respond. And their first possession was stalled. A couple of pass plays that were a little long out of the outreached hands of Blake Whitehead, and started that last offensive possession with a good run by Whitehead, a good run by Mealy, and then things kind of stalled from there. So we'll see if Coach Collum can string together a couple of changes to the offense and answer the Driver 8 points.
Colton Roos set kickoff for the Hawks. Beat for Wes-Del, number 10, Blake Whitehead.
Driver prepared to kick off, and Whitehead is deep for the Warriors. The ball is away, and it's goes out of bounds on the far side, just about the 39-yard line.
After the kick, no return. Will be first down Wes-Del from the 38-yard line.
So here comes Wes-Del out of the huddle. Second possession of the game. 1:43 left in the first quarter. It is an 8-0 lead for the Driver Hawks. And the Warriors trying to string together on this second possession a quality run to get on the board. And the ball is away, and that is to Zachariah Reno, and he is met quickly in the backfield. And it's a loss of 2 yards.
Great fill there by number 23, Evan Duncan, for a 2-yard loss.
So for Driver, that was Duncan with the tackle for a loss. Reno on the carry. And Wes-Del in the huddle looking to break a first down open here. And that is Whitehead in the backfield at quarterback. Mealy's back now in motion. Reno in motion. Snaps away. Mealy the lead blocker here. Whitehead gets to the outside. Whitehead pushing forward. And it does look like a pickup, but not quite a first down. Should leave us a 3rd down and 2 at least, maybe more, for Wes-Del. That one a little bit more effective. Positive yards for Coach Collum and Coach Collig. And this time it will be Mealy in the backfield at quarterback. Snaps to Mealy. He goes to the far side, finds a hole up the middle, pushes forward, and he is tackled just short, it looks, of the first down line. So it may be 4th and 1.
Mealy, the ball carrier. Stopped by the interior of the Hawk defense. He stopped just short of the first down marker. Bringing up 4th and 1.
So Coach Collick now signaling to one of the officials. And now the Warriors bringing in the play. 4th and 1, I think you have to try and go for it here at midfield. So the Warriors taking a lot of time as the clock runs down here in the first quarter, and now it is the end of the first quarter. So at the end of 1, it is 8-0. Driver.
8, Wes-Del.
We'll be back with you here shortly on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back here out of the quarter break, and the Warriors are ready. It's a snap to Mealy. Mealy up the middle, puts his head down, and that is a first down for Wes-Del. So Grayson Mealy with the carry for the second first down of Wes-Del's game so far. Second quarter just underway. We're 7:55 in. It is 8-0 Driver. And now the Warriors moving across the 50-yard line and into Driver territory. Sticking with the ground game here in the second possession of the game for Wes-Del. It is Mealy in the backfield again. Mealy with the snap. Mealy makes a cut. He's up the middle, and it looks like another good carry, maybe a solid 7 yards. So it should be second down and 3.
Tackled by number 38, Bryce Tippett.
Warriors out of the huddle again, and now going to the heavy formation once again. Mealy at quarterback. Snaps away, and it is to Mealy. Mealy makes a cut and puts his head down and now picks up another first down. He's across to almost the 30-yard line, just short, maybe the 31 there.
Mealy, the ball carrier. Tackled by Campbell and Tippett.
So once again, Coach Cullum staying with the ground game, and a little bit more success so far in the second quarter for Wes-Del as they're driving closer and closer to the red zone. Snaps away, and it's fumbled by Blake Whitehead, and he just has to fall on it. So the snap there loses about 10 yards as the transaction between Wyatt Tucker, the center, to Blake Whitehead was just a little off there and not able to be handled. So now Wes-Del will have about a 2nd and 20. And now it is just Mealy in the backfield. Reno in motion. Goes to our far side. Mealy with a screen pass out to Whitehead. Whitehead met quickly at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a pickup of 1, maybe 2 on the screen. So a 3rd and long for the Warriors. Mealy gets the Warriors set, waiting for the snap. Reno in motion. Snaps away, and it's going to be, this time it's out to Reno, and it's too far. Out of bounds on the throw, so now that's 3 attempts for Grayson Mealy at quarterback, all long on the receivers. So it brings up 4th down, and again, at this point in field position, I would assume, even though it's 4th and long, that Coach Collum may very well go with it. So we will see here what Coach brings in. As he's talking, he and both Coach Collig are talking to Blake Whitehead, and now they take their 2nd time out of the half.
Let's take this time to meet our Hawk cheerleaders, our 8th graders, Claire Hummel, Adrian Ray, Lady Berger, Harper Page, Mariah Shane.
So Wes-Del here will have to talk things over on a very long 4th down and decide exactly what their route is going to be on this possession. Once again, driver in their first possession of the first quarter, very successful on the ground. Aiden Weatherhead found many holes made by the offensive line by the driver Hawks. And perfect timing now. We have our guest with us. See if I can get him set up here. Put that on there. Let me get that cord out of the way for you. It moves. You can adjust it. How you doing?
I'm doing well.
Folks, if you didn't know, he's out of breath a little bit. He had a long way to walk. But he ran. This is the best SRO in the business. School Resource Officer Scott Stafford here with me. Running a little late today.
Yeah, a little bit late. I was trying to.
Mealy with a pass, and that's outside of, I believe, Malachi DuBois' hands. Don't worry, the bus was a little late too, so it wasn't a catastrophe. If you hear the wind, folks, it's that they've got a perfect setup here for us. Driver's a great host. They have the fans blowing on us, keeping us cool. Looks like Officer Stafford needs those fans after that walk.
It was a run.
It was a run. We'll say it was a run. Sure.
A hard run.
So it was a. The good thing is right now, I think, folks, we only have maybe we have 11 people watching right now, Officer Stafford. And as soon as I said you were, I had 25 earlier, but I said you came on and those other people dropped off. So that's a lie.
Must have been a driver fan or something.
Well, it looks like we had a turnover there while you were moving up here, I think. and turnover on down. So we got. Were you able to see the first drive by driver?
I did not. I missed that.
They are very successful up front with the offensive line making holes, and Aiden Weatherhead ran all over us that first possession. So hopefully we can make a stop here. A nice misdirection, and that's a lot of running room.
Yep. I think
He could be gone.
Well, number 18 got him. Oh.
And that is going to be a horse collar, and that is number 18, Grayson Mealy. So if there's ever going to be a horse collar, why wouldn't it be the superintendent's son?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
So if there's a penalty flag, it's usually my kid. That is correct.
Wow, they called you out there, didn't
They did. Why not?
Why not?
So a lot of laundry on the field. I'll give him an A for effort. Officer Stafford chasing him down. It was just, I think he went for anything he could reach for. And I actually think he knew what he was reaching for, so we'll have a talk later.
I think I taught him how to chase down.
I think,
like chase it down back.
Yeah, he was running about as fast as you were when you came up here.
Yeah.
So the horse collar will put driver in good position here. A good run there. I didn't see who that was on the carry, but driver set up here. And I think that may be Weatherhead again.
Oh, he got stopped.
That time stopped by, I think it's Malco, Corbin Malco, number 50 with the tackle. You got a roster?
I do. That is number 50. That is Corbin.
Hey, you're the color guy. So you got to be on that.
Okay.
This is a training session. You might have to do more of these. So you're supposed to bring in the great stories. Just keep them
going.
Keep them going.
Okay.
Keep the people amused at home. So here we go. Driver with the snap. That's Weatherhead again, and and there's a flag on the play.
It looked like holding there.
Officer Stafford knows his football. He's a Southsider.
Old Coach Paul.
Coach Paul, that's right. So we got a penalty on driver. It's going to move them back.
Okay.
Did you see the actual call there?
No, I did not.
Well, that's okay. They're a little bit more lenient on the middle school, our fans, than our varsity fans are. I leave that for Coach McLaughlin to figure out, and I think he makes it up half the time. Did the whole family come over?
They did. They're sitting in the stands.
We've got a good crowd for Wes-Del.
We do.
Here's driver. It's going to be second down.
It's third.
It is? It says second.
No, I thought I said it was
And
second.
the ball's up in the air, and it's going.
Oh.
And that is caught. It's a touchdown. And that's number 5. Ian Hardwick, 7th grader for driver with a nice little catch there, and driver's back up on the board. Let's add another 6 up there. We're being shut out here, Officer Stafford.
3 minutes left here.
3:17. 14-0 driver. Waiting on a young man to get his shoe tied. There we go. That's Weatherhead. They want him to have his shoes tied. Those have been effective for him tonight. Looks like they're going for 2.
Let's see.
Weatherhead gets a snap, and he's met right there. I don't think he made it.
Great stop by.
2-point conversion to stop short of the goal line.
I think that was Malco again.
Malco was in there, and number 13, Brock Nauman, was in there too. So a nice effort by the Warriors on the 2-point conversion. But they've got some ground to make up. It is 14-0 here. So Officer Stafford, it's been homecoming week at school. Got a little break here we can chat.
Yeah.
Has it been pretty good? I know the hallways were decorated really well
It
this
looks
year.
really well. It looks great. The kids are.
What's the theme?
The theme is TV.
TV.
TV series. I think
Okay.
one was dressed up. One hallway was decorated as SpongeBob.
I saw a Friends hallway.
Friends.
I saw an Office hallway.
Office.
Yeah.
Looks really great. I think.
Probably all the things the kids were doing in pandemic was watching TV or playing video games
Oh yeah.
in the shutdown.
Absolutely.
So why not use that as your theme? So tomorrow night we will be live from Paul Parker Field for the Tri versus Wes-Del homecoming game. Parade's at 5. Am I correct on that?
That is correct. Parade's at 5.
Are you leading us?
I am leading the parade.
Do you know the route?
I do. It's we start at the elementary. We go to Main Street, and then back to Elm, and then Elm back to Jackson, to the elementary.
All right. No candy this year.
No candy.
Not allowed to throw
I was
candy.
pretty disappointed.
Well, I know you've got a good arm too, and that's disappointing for everybody. Not only that, but you know where the good candy is.
That's right.
That's one thing I know about you.
I know where to find it.
That's right. So you're leading. I will be somewhere in there with the school board, and I think we've got the floats, and I'm sure some of the teams involved, and the band and cheerleaders. So should be a good time. Here's Wes-Del on the next possession they have. Mealy's in the shotgun. He gets the ball, and he's met there pretty quickly. Maybe a pickup of 3, maybe 2 there, 2 or 3. Your eyes are better than mine.
Yeah, I think it was pickup 2, I believe. It was a good run. Trying to live up to Coach McLaughlin here.
You cannot live up to Coach Mack. Coach Mack is the all-time color commentator. In fact, he should probably quit coaching basketball and just be a color commentator, because I sit on his bench and I have my questions about his basketball ability. I hope he watches later. I know there's a few fans in the stands that also have questions about his basketball ability. Oh, no. We love him.
I think ESPN called him, asking
for play-by-play. There's
Play-by-play.
Mealy's going to throw, and Reno
Oh.
was open, but it's a little long there, and my camera work is a little late there, folks. I apologize. You know, our camera work usually is done by, on varsity nights, is either done by myself or Coach Mack, and sometimes we even have the quarterback, Grayson Mealy, up here to do our – but, you know, if he keeps throwing it like that, maybe he should come up and just do the camera.
Just do the camera.
Nah, I'm a little hard on him. His mom's watching. She'll give me a hard time about that one. So here's a snap to Mealy.
There you go.
He's running. He's got some room. Still running, dragging a few guys. I think he heard me.
That was first. I think he did. That was a great run.
It was a good one. I'll let you say great, but it was a good one. And I think if we'd stick with, you know, that triple approach of Reno, Whitehead, Mealy on the ground, you know, we might be successful. I'm not saying that we shouldn't pass. I'm just saying, you know, I'm also the superintendent and don't know anything about it. So Whitehead with the carry, and here we go. See, he breaks the tackle. I told you.
You got it.
A nice push even after the play was dead, and I think that was Zachariah Reno.
About a 9-yard gain there.
And that's what I want to see us stick with there, is some of that run game. And we got I think that's the final timeout there by Wes-Del.
A minute and 48 to play.
Minute 48, and we're starting to actually move the ball a little bit. Well, no dance this year.
No dance.
The kids won't like that, but as an administrator and a supervisor, you've got to love it.
Well, I can't get jiggy with it.
That is true. You cannot get jiggy with it.
I usually put down some good dance moves.
You get jiggy with it. You know, I don't know if the kids are still using that term anymore, getting jiggy with it, but I'm sure they are.
Hey.
I know you're on top of the lingo.
Yeah.
Are you still doing magic tricks at the elementary?
Absolutely.
You do those at lunch?
I do those at lunch for them.
You got a new one yet? Or are you just
I'm
running
working
the
on
same
that.
routine?
Well, they caught on with my old routine, so I got to come up with
Well, I heard the kindergartners caught on quick,
They
and
did.
it's funny how the youngest ones seem to catch on quick.
I think certain kindergarten ratted me out and
Yeah.
told my story.
Yeah, I think so. I think I know her. So, but the kids love the magic tricks. And I know the kids love you. And sometimes I scratch my head and wonder why. But, you know, you are a big, lovable guy, and everybody loves the magic tricks. So that's good.
They're great kids.
Yeah, we do have good kids, a good school. Hopefully in a minute 48 here we can get a score.
For Wes-Del.
So here we go. Out of the timeout. Final timeout used there by Wes-Del. Shotgun fumbled by Mealy, and he just has to drop on it, and that's not exactly what you want out of the timeout. Usually coming out of the timeout, you've talked it over, you've probably said, hey, you know what we shouldn't do here? Beat ourselves, and fumbling it is not what we want to do there. Mealy again in the backfield. Snap. Looks like he's dropping back to pass. That one's out over the top and picked off. So an interception, and now nobody really ahead. He could take this one, and he is going to take this one. So it is a pick six for Driver. As Mealy, again, a little short that time, but you have to go for it at that point. I think we were 3rd and long, and so Coach has thrown in a few more pass plays in this game, and it is what it is. So it's 20-0 with 1:09 left.
I think they'll go into halftime and get some things worked out and come back, and
Coach Collie will get a hot dog, and
he'll get a hot dog.
he'll
He'll get about 5 hot dogs. I've seen him eat lunch before.
That is true. Big guy. When you're 6'6", 6'7", might be the tallest football coach I've ever seen.
He can play football, but he can't dribble a basketball.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard.
Well, I'll tell you this much. I wish he had some eligibility left because I've seen him play basketball. Looks like we have timeout Driver.
He could pass for a senior, I think.
Coach Collick?
Yeah.
Yeah, he could pass for a senior. Just about sectional time. He'd be a hard matchup in 1A basketball.
That's true.
6'6", 6'7". So if let's check over here and see how many people we have listening, and then we can find out how many people. 14 now. 14 people are watching, and the chat, if you're watching on YouTube and you have the ability, the live chat is there. And if you also remember, if you want to on YouTube, if you scroll over the top and you see the sound, what looks like a speaker over there, if you click on it and mute it, you won't have to listen to us. So there's always that option. Because timeouts, we don't really have a whole lot. We don't have stats. We don't have anything like that. No. We do at the varsity, so we don't know what to talk about sometimes. And you're still out of breath from that jog.
It was a sprint. Good sprint. I had to get my cardio in for the day.
Lining up for a 2-point conversion.
Nobody's faster than you backwards.
That's right.
So 2-point conversion attempt here for Driver. And they're going to pass, and he's open.
Oh.
And he got it.
He got it.
So it's 22-0. A very solid first half for Driver. We've still got 1:06 to go here.
2-point conversion pass is good. Followed by number 31, Lucas Tarter.
I know I'm going to put you on the spot here. Do you know the king and queen candidates for homecoming?
You know what? I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know. I think they've kept that kind of a secret.
They've kept that a secret?
It'd be a surprise.
Well, with everything having to be virtual and different, I didn't really see who it was. So we'll have that probably tomorrow. We'll probably stream that from the press box if we can get a good camera angle on that. Or perhaps, I'm not sure, I haven't talked to Mr. Romine if they'll be streaming it. Either way, we'll try to bring that to you with the broadcast tomorrow night. I do know the middle school volleyball team is in action at home versus Daleville tonight. I haven't got an update from Denny. I haven't looked on Twitter. I could. I'm getting text messages of people probably saying that
How great we're doing.
how great we're doing. Yeah, my wife just said, boy, it got a lot better when Stafford got in the booth. If you get a chance to check the update, I know you're busy over there.
I'm working.
Yeah, I know
some
you're really
stats for
busy.
you.
That's a heck of a kick. That's going back there, and that is Whitehead picking it up. Be nice if he, and right as I get ready to say, it'd be nice if you could break one off. A nice tackle there by Driver.
Great tackle by number 23, Eddie Elf.
And that was number 23, and that's Evan Duncan, 7th grader for, or no, 8th grader there for Driver. So come on, boys, we need to get a score here.
The Wes-Del girls get a shout out. The middle school cross country team got first place tonight in a 4-way meet at Southside. Way to go.
Congratulations.
That is awesome.
That is. That's fantastic. Good job. Hey, you're filling in nicely. Filling in nicely, finding those feeds. Here's the power formation. 1:01 left, and that snap goes to Mealy. Mealy putting his head down, and he's met there just about 2 yards carry before he's brought down by Driver. So the clock will run. We're down to 50 seconds left in the first half. Driver 22, and Wes-Del is 0. I made 2 mistakes tonight. I tried to say, look, I was in week 1, and I tried to say Bruins, which was our week 1 opponent, and that was because I was looking in YouTube, and I was looking at that game that we streamed on their account. It's on their network, and I happened to be on there, and I happened to say Bruins, and boy, my wife wasn't happy about that one. Even though we are Bruins, we're Warriors now. She made that very clear to me. And then just now I tried to say Blue River, and don't ask me why I said Blue River. I have no idea. So I have been off my game tonight.
That's okay. I'm here to help you out.
And you were doing that. Do you have any good? We got another timeout. It is Driver here in the first half. They're down to 1 timeout, I believe. So it's 17 seconds left. Do you have anything else on Twitter? Nothing?
Nothing on Twitter. Top finishers were Jacob and Noah for the boys, for the Wes-Del boys.
Cross-country team?
Cross-country team.
Middle school cross-country?
Yeah. So that was.
Well, you always got to give a shout-out. Cross-country is probably one of the most difficult, in all seriousness, most difficult. You've got to be really self-disciplined to want to run when really no one's chasing you technically. I mean, everyone's just kind of – they're not chasing you to do anything.
No.
In football, they're trying to tackle you. Baseball, they're trying to tag you.
Anymore, I just run fast to the lunch line.
You do. You do. No, I've noticed that that's not true.
That is not true. I'm just
been taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
And here we go. Wes-Del, 17 seconds here. Mealy drops back. Looks like we're going to throw again.
There it is. Reno's
this
open.
one's
Good.
down, and
got it.
Reno's got the catch. And he's rolling. So the first pass completion, non-screen pass, I should say, completion for a good pickup there for
about 20-yard pickup there.
Wes-Del, and now they're in the hurry-up offense because they only have 9 seconds left. So snaps away. Mealy throwing another one, and that one's picked off.
Picked off again.
And we want to tackle him, and that should end it. So a good pickup on the first pass, then intercepted there on the second one. And we go to halftime, 22-0, Driver lead. We're going to take a quick break here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. I'm getting a couple updates here, Wes-Del fans, and see if Coach, officer, coach, whatever I want to call you, Stafford will get his headset back on here. He's been all over Twitter, just all over it. The guy knows what he's doing. All right, I got you turned up now.
All right.
You're back. So what happened with the 6th grade volleyball team?
Well, unfortunately, they fall to Delville 2-0.
Gosh. And Daleville's good quality. Hey, you're playing Delaware County volleyball. Doesn't matter what level it is. It's going to be good.
Yes.
So now I assume the 6th grade is, or excuse me, 7th grade would be underway. And we'll keep you running the Twitter account, keeping it hot, seeing what's happening there. I do know tonight, Powder Puff is tonight, isn't it?
Powder Puff is the night.
And I don't know if they're, I don't know if anybody's streaming that one. I doubt it. If it is, it'd be Romine. And I don't know if he's able to do that or if he's just going to have a camera out there. But anyway, I don't know that fans were allowed in, but I can't remember who won last year. I think it was the seniors.
I
Was
think
it?
For some reason, I was thinking the sophomores, but maybe the seniors.
It might have been.
I don't actually recall.
Well, let's just say sophomores. We'll say we
sophomores.
think it was a sophomore.
Sophomores. I could be wrong. And
So then, Powder Puff's always. Who won the volleyball, though? Boys played volleyball.
boys won the volleyball. It
Freshmen.
was freshmen won that.
The freshman
The
boys
freshmen.
take the volleyball
Yes.
during homecoming week. That's big. So I don't know anything about Spirit Days. I don't know the count. I don't have any updates on any of that. So we have no idea what the count is. But I will say this about homecoming. Homecoming at Wes-Del is, even with the changes because of the COVID-19 situation, there's still something special about Wes-Del homecoming. It's just the best school homecoming I've ever been a part of, and I've enjoyed it. And sometimes when you're the athletic director or you're the building principal, it can be a little frustrating because of all the distractions, but then you look back on it and you think about how great it was. So TV themed, so I'm sure there's been some good dress-up costumes and that type of thing going on. If you had to just go out on a limb and say who you think is probably leading in points, usually, I will tell you, I'll give you a hint, that usually it's the seniors at this point in the week going into the last.
Okay.
So you think they're leading, or has it just been hard to tell? You think it's the juniors?
I think the juniors are
You heard it here
leading.
first, folks. Officer Stafford's going with the juniors. So we'll tell. We've got 11 people watching, so we'll tell all 11 people will tell. At least they'll tell 3 of their friends, who will tell 3 of their friends.
right.
It'll spread that It'll spread that you said the juniors.
Yeah, I think the juniors will win it. I really do.
So if you're, let's pick your football mind a little bit.
Okay.
If you've seen the first half or most of it, what would you make adjustments-wise if you were coaching the middle school football team?
Well, I believe I'd get the running game going a little bit more.
Yeah, that's a good call. I would agree with you on
Get
that.
the running game. Defense looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Defense looks really.
Well, if
they're
you
holding
consider
on.
that one of their scores is the pick 6, the defensive touchdowns,
True.
and then you add that, so that you can't really throw that onto our defense. So we've really only given up defensively the 14 points.
14 points, yeah.
So 22's not out of our grasp if we get the running game going a little bit.
Get that in the first 4 minutes.
Okay, we could do that in the first 4 minutes.
I have faith in them.
No one in this booth has more faith in them than you and me.
And me, that's right.
Yeah. So did Rebecca come? Did everybody come?
Rebecca's, yeah, I believe they're one of the 11 watching it. They're sitting over here, and her and my wife.
She's actually watching. She's so proud,
Yeah.
as is my wife, I'm sure, who probably has it on mute at this point.
Well, I think my wife changed her name.
Yes.
Last name.
I don't doubt that for either one of us. We're down to 9 viewers. I think we're losing them here at halftime.
Oh, man.
But that's okay. They'll come back. Oh, yeah, they'll tell their friends. So, but honestly, most of our fans traveled well tonight if you look over there to watch our middle school. So I really appreciate Driver. They have been really good. And there's some schools that don't let any visitor fans come to the games. But, we've got a good group over there. Our fans travel well. And now's a great opportunity also to announce the cheerleaders before we forget.
I think I could.
Can you handle that?
Well, I know I could hear them from over here. They're doing that well. Doing good.
Do you have the roster right here? Look. right there.
See, oh, there we go. Yeah.
I'll help you along the way
All
if
right.
you have any problems with pronunciation.
A little bit.
Okay.
Okay. Well, the coaches are Lockridge, Kylie Lockridge,
Yep.
and Monica Alexander,
Yep.
coach. And then you got Amelia Hudson Roberts.
Yep.
She's cheering away. Victoria Clark.
Brianna Hale.
Brianna Hill, yeah.
There you go.
That typo there's that Eva Whitmire?
Ava.
Ava, okay.
Ava Whitmire.
Hayden Browning.
Yep.
You got Chloe
Rouse.
And Mackenzie Whitehead. And then
Cadence. Kibler.
Mackenzie Charles. Isabella Longfellow. Kylie Proctor. And Jenna Woodson. And Savannah Durr. And Valerie Clark.
You handled that really well.
Yes.
And you handled that really well.
Did good.
So those are our cheerleaders. We're so happy that they travel all the time with these boys, and they're also cheering in basketball season, a lot of them. So cheerleaders, you have to give a shout out to them for the extra time they put in. Most of those girls, if not all, are involved in their own sport outside of cheerleading, which is their secondary sport. So they're putting in a lot of hours, a lot of time, and especially when you're over here in Winchester and they're going to get home late. They're probably going to have to get their homework done. Maybe the teachers were good to them on homecoming week.
Maybe that.
I bet you they were. I bet you they were.
Knowing
And
our
so,
teachers?
yeah, absolutely. And so maybe they don't have a lot of homework. I don't know. It would help if I moved the camera. I don't know, what they'll get to eat tonight. It's Winchester. You could get Arby's. I think there's an Arby's over here.
I was thinking Wicks Pie. There's
Wicks Pie, absolutely.
There we go.
And then now I came over through farmland and all that area. Was the chocolate mousse still around? Is it still there?
I'm not for sure. I didn't pay attention on the way.
I think it is.
I think it is.
Did you ever go there?
Oh, yeah. Chocolate mousse.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Yes.
My wife and I have gone there several times. Took the kids over there. It's a neat place. But a Wicks Pie, yeah. Okay, which Wicks Pie? What's your number one?
Ooh, that's a tough
Sugar
one.
cream? Pecan?
I like a good, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about Wicks Pies.
Wicks Pies. There's
It's
good
gotten to
kids.
that point.
Oh.
Onside
Oh.
kick, and I think recovered by driver. So you don't know yet?
Nah, man. That's a tough
You just
question.
brought up Wicks Pies.
I
Now you're not
know.
going to tell me what pie you like.
I like a good pecan pie.
I like a pecan pie. Yeah.
Pecan pie.
Pumpkin pie's coming up. Everything's pumpkin right now.
Yeah, my deodorant will be pumpkin in October.
I know. That's not a good smell for you either.
I
Pumpkin
know.
deodorant. But yeah, that would be good. My wife's favorite sugar cream.
Sugar.
I do know that. And
Good pumpkin pie is also really good.
well, it's more of a seasonal for me, pumpkin pie. I don't want it all year long. Here's the snap and a handoff, and that is Weatherhead again. And that little misdirection stuff is really hurting us.
That's right. Yeah.
So Wicks Pie. They'll be closed before you get down there.
I know.
Have you actually been in there and had a piece of pie?
I have. Ate lunch there before. Came over for some training. Ate lunch there.
You're still doing the reserve work on the weekends?
Well, not every weekend.
No.
Just here and there. Mainly just
You got to keep up that status.
got to keep that up. Yeah.
Here's driver again.
Oh.
On the move, a little bit of a fumble there, and they snap it back there and lose some of that yardage they gained. So it's a third down, big defensive play here. Now, when you played football, Officer Stafford, were you a defensive, offensive guy? Were you what?
Mainly defense.
Mainly defense.
Defense.
Position? What was your favorite position?
Oh, wow. I usually played – I like defensive end.
Defensive
back in
end?
the day.
Yeah.
I know I played against Mr. Denny back when we was both in high school.
You played against Mr. Denny?
I think so. I believe.
Did you play against him or did you cheer against him? Because Mr. Denny was a cheerleader too.
Oh, that's true.
That was basketball season. We'd like to always remember that.
Oh, got a
Nice little carry there.
what's the stop number?
So what era are we talking about? Mid-90s?
Mid 90s.
Early 90s? Mid-90s?
Mid 90s.
Mid-90s. So Yorktown versus Southside, huh?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, 4th down. This is a big one for the Warriors. Big one on both sides, Driver and Wes-Del. You have to go for it here, don't you?
You got to.
I mean, you're across the 50. Why would you kick it? Especially if they just hand it off to Weatherhead and give him another big hole, he'll probably run off another touchdown. But I bet you the Warriors are going to try to make sure that doesn't happen.
There.
So 4th and 1, big stop opportunity here for Wes-Del. And let's see what happens.
See a blitz coming. Oh.
I think they moved.
They moved first. Driver did move first.
And it is a false start on Driver. So that's going to help us out on 4th down. Back them up a little bit. Changes your focus coaching-wise on 4th down. When you 4th and 1's a little bit more confident. 4th and looks like 6 or 7 is a little bit more iffy, but they're going to go for it.
They're going for it. I have a good feeling, a good stop here.
Officer Stafford's feeling the stop. I feel a lot of possible misdirection here, and we're going to have to keep our heads on the ball here. Snaps up, and here he comes to the far low side. No one's there. Once again, we went for the misdirection, and they're going to score on this possession. Evan Duncan with that one, and that will be another 6 for the Driver. So that misdirection play there, we
Third one.
We get caught for it. We get caught on it every time. It's been one of their favorite plays this whole game. So 28-0, 5:28 left in this game.
They still got to keep, which they will. We'll keep fighting.
Oh, they won't give up. It's not the Wes-Del way. We don't do that. We talked about that the other night, the varsity game at Eastern Hancock, when we got down big in the first quarter. But our boys didn't give up, and they came back and rattled off 2 touchdowns because that's not what we do. We don't give up. Nice little cut back there by Weatherhead, and I think he's in for 2 more. And it is 30-0 now. Driver literally in the driver's seat. So we've got Wes-Del getting ready to receive. We need to string something together, Officer Stafford, and get a score here.
I think this is the motivation they need. They'll come out strong here.
So we've talked about Wicks Pies. We've talked about your football days. Let's go back to that. I don't think we finished it. So you played Mr. Denny. He was on Yorktown. You were on Southside.
Maybe he was just cheering.
Might have been.
Might have been.
So did you win?
I think we did win that. Well, to recap it, I think Mr. Denny one day brought in a DVD.
No, it wasn't a DVD. It wasn't a DVD.
VHS.
Not in 1992. It wasn't a DVD, but it was
VHS.
it was a VHS. I do believe he did produce a VHS at the game.
We did beat him that time.
Which I don't know that it's if it's good or sad that he came up with a VHS within a week of the conversation.
That's true. That is true. There's the kick.
Nice kick goes back here, and that's going to be Mealy. And he just kind of slides on top of that and downs it.
Another great kick by Ruth.
So we'll take over. It looks like maybe
The 13?
I think it's about the 15 maybe.
Okay.
14, 15. So we're going to say Southside won that matchup. I don't think there's any Yorktown. There may not be any Yorktown fans or Yorktown graduates watching. We'll say we'll talk about that tomorrow. We'll find out if that's true or not. So here comes the Warriors out of the huddle. And they're in that 4 heavy backfield. Snap to Mealy. Mealy gets the ball. Tries to make a cut up the middle, and he's stopped there. Looks like a gain of maybe 3. So, you know what else? I've been so off of my game. that I haven't changed that we're in the third quarter. I didn't even change it from the first quarter.
Tackle by Duncan.
So you can't really blame the boys because I'm a little behind too. You know, maybe this is a 2-hour delay. Who called that?
I don't know. Who would? That fog was pretty bad.
It was pretty soupy this morning. 4:52 remaining here in the third. This game is moving along.
It is.
And we have an officials timeout.
Timeout on the field.
Got an equipment issue there, and they fixed that. And so, here's Wes-Del. Mealy gets it again. He's going out to the outside. He's diving forward for a few more. So we just can't find the hole that we need for the big run.
Brings up third down.
Third down, 4:39 to play in the third quarter. Feel like a good pass here.
Yeah, I think I'd keep it on the ground. But we'll see.
Lining up.
It looks like it may be a pass play unless someone goes in motion. We've passed a lot today. Now Reno moves into a little bit of a motion there to the backfield. Now here's Whitehead in motion. Snaps away. It's a misdirection to Reno, and he's going to pick up a first down.
There he goes.
That is what we need to stick with.
It's a good run there.
A nice first down there for Wes-Del. Stringing a little something together. And the clock will continue to run, and the officials
Tackle by Winkle.
making that signal. I think the official might have a reservation at Wicks.
I think so.
He's ready
He's
for
ready
that
to
clock
go.
to run. So Amelia has Whitehead in motion. It's a handoff to Whitehead down here. He's got to cut that upfield.
Got to cut.
He's making that move, and he is met with a heck of a hit down there.
Nice run by number 10, Whitehead. Big hit by number 65, Colton Ruth.
Colton Ruth there for Winchester. Colton will want to come back to the Wes-Del Sports Network and see that one. So we'll make sure that Mr. Denny gets the link to drivers so they can see that, because it was a heck of a hit there. Nice little run by Whitehead, but a heck of a hit by Ruth.
That was a good hit.
Here comes Wes-Del now moving the ball pretty well, and chance for another first down. Mealy in the backfield. And in motion is Whitehead. Snaps away. This time it looks like we're going to pass again, and
Pass broken up.
second down on a second and one, and we went with the pass there, or maybe it was third. I don't know. It keeps changing over there, but
It does.
now it's third. So the second down pass, now we're going out of the heavy formation. They call it something. I don't remember what. I just call it heavy. And there's Mealy pushing forward, and I think he might have got the first down.
It's going to be close.
Are they going to signal? Are they going to measure? What are they going to do? Oh, they signaled it. Yeah, just it's 30-0. At this point, the officials are like, yep.
First down, Wes-Del.
You don't measure when it's 30-0 and there's 3:28 left in the third. But good run there to pick up the first down, and the Warriors keep the chains moving. And snaps to Mealy, and again he cuts upside, and
Gain for what? About 2 yards?
yeah, 2 or 3 yards. Just feel like we're just a block or two away from getting a hole to break one here, and either Whitehead, Reno, or Mealy can hit that hole and
Tackle by number 38.
try to break one off like they did against Tri-Central.
Gain of about 4 yards, brings up second and 6.
So 2nd and 6. Wes-Del, though, got to give him credit, staying with the ground game, and it's been working on this possession. I would stick with that. Reno now in motion. And here comes Whitehead. It's away. And it goes to Reno. Reno, the thing with Zachariah Reno is he's so hard to tackle because he's so shifty and little.
That's right. He's fast.
You've got Whitehead and Mealy, who those are big guys. You can grab them. And Reno's shifty enough and quick enough that he can hit those holes that a lot of other guys can't. So it's a good mix, and really against Tri-Central, that's what they stuck with. They would go with Whitehead, they'd go with Mealy, and then they'd go with Reno. And that mix made it really difficult. And we also saw late in the game, Dominic Bertram came in and rattled off probably the longest run of the middle school season.
Yes, he ran.
He got that thing. I think it was almost a 76-yard touchdown on his first possession. So if you didn't see it, go back and watch the Tri-Central game. It's on the Wes-Del Sports Network YouTube channel, and you can see that, and you can also see the other plays. It was a great game first week for the Warriors. Here they are down 30-0, and the thing you've got to really look at here at this point is they've got to pick their heads up, pick their shoulders up, and make a positive. And so far this has been a positive drive, and they just need to focus on that because there's going to be another game next week. So, you never know. You're always working for the next game.
Oh, that's at home, right?
I think so.
I think so.
I don't know who it is.
I'm not for
You'd
sure.
you'd have to do some work to find that one out. You don't have to.
No.
Anything else? Any updates in
No,
volleyball, in the world of volleyball?
So I was checking out here, and no updates yet.
So we come out.
Is in play. It's 3rd and 4 for Wes-Del.
A lot of credit goes to Driver. They have handled the Warriors both offensively and defensively here for 3 quarters. And it snaps to Zachariah Reno, and he is now met. That was a direct snap to him. And he was met in the backfield, probably a loss of about 2 or 3, and now it's 4th down. I'm going to call it 4th and 6. So a big 4th down here at 1:52 as the clock's running in the 3rd quarter. Wes-Del down 30-0.
We need to get a good first down here to get the drive momentum back.
That would be big. Big, big, big. So Mealy's back in the shotgun. No one in motion yet, but now here comes Whitehead. Hand off to Whitehead, who's picked up right. They read right through that. He gets out of it, but then he's dropped for a big loss and a turnover on downs. So more aggressive up front for Driver. They've been aggressive all day, both sides of the ball, and that time they're in the backfield very quickly on the handoff to Whitehead.
Very good read by Driver, that handoff. Now, I mentioned earlier that the Wes-Del Middle School cross-country girls team placed first, and the boys placed second tonight.
I did. I just saw that update there. Congratulations to the middle school cross-country teams.
Doing very well.
First down, Driver.
See what they're going to do here.
Well, Driver's got the ball again.
If I was a bet man, I bet they're going to run it there and do that.
Well, the official down here, and if I know, I don't know if that's who I think it is, but he's down there doing a little work on that helmet, I think. Or maybe not. I don't know what's going on. Maybe he's just talking to him. And now he's tapped him on there, and
maybe helped him out with his helmet, I think.
I think he did.
Equipment problem.
It's always good to see the officials helping out. I said that 2 weeks ago. I thought the officials did a nice job of teaching at the same time. Nice little handle there by Driver, whoever that. Let's see, that's Weatherhead again. It was a high snap, and he grabbed it with one hand, tipped it down to himself, and made something out of nothing there. I don't know that drivers had a turnover in the game so far. I believe they have not.
Not a turnover yet.
Nope. And we've had, I know, 2 interceptions and
2 turnovers, I believe.
at least 2. At least 2. And I think they capitalized with one I know of was the pick 6, and I think on the other one they went down and scored. So they've been handling things. Here's the ball, nice little cut going to the outside. That's Weatherhead again. He's getting out to the outside, and he is gone. And that's another touchdown.
Another touchdown. Good.
So 36-0 for Driver as Weatherhead scores again. He's having a game, Officer Stafford.
He is having a game.
So here comes, I believe they'll go for 2. Not a lot of people have kickers in middle school. Some do. They may just try it. I don't know.
Try it.
But we'll see what happens here. I see eyeballing that B over there.
Yeah.
You see that? Do you see the 3 casualties in front of you? Well, there's 1 there and 2 there. That was my work earlier. So I apologize if
Stung by
there are any B fans out there.
I'll blow up like a balloon.
You will?
I've been known
Well,
to.
let's stay away from it. If you take that box right there and you get it, you got to stand up, though. I don't think you're going to. Okay, now you just made him mad.
Yep.
Now you're. Well, that worked. Okay, so you went from a box to your fist to a finger that killed him.
That killed him.
So,
that's how we go.
Folks, when it's 36-0 and killing bees becomes priority here.
Well, we got 40 people now watching us?
40, no, 12.
Oh, okay. Well, we're back to 12.
12.
I was just waiting on,
I will say, since you came on the air, we picked up like 4.
There we go.
So people heard.
People heard.
It got back to Gaston that Officer Stafford is on the air. So
they are a big support of Wes-Del Athletics.
11 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's 36-0. And
Lined up.
the driver's going to kick off here. So need the boys to get going here. I still like to see us score. I think we need it. That way we don't leave here without putting a positive up on the board. It's coming right up the middle here. The far side. I didn't see who returned that. That might be Malachi. Yep. That's Malachi. No, that's Dominic Bertram. I'm sorry. 40 is Malachi. So Dominic with the return. Pretty good little return for Dominic Bertram.
Yeah. For what? 15 yards?
Yeah. That's the end of the third. So at the end of the third quarter, it's 36-0, and we're going to take a really, really short break here on the Wes-Del Sports Network. And we're back, and it's now Whitehead in motion as Mealy gets the snap. He's looking to pass.
It's up.
It's up, and it's short
It is short.
to Zachariah Reno. So going to the passing game again. Understand, I mean, you're down 36-0. You're trying to make up some points, so you're throwing it out there. Throwing it out there, making something happen. So Reno did get behind several of the driver secondary there, but Mealy just couldn't get it to him. Just couldn't quite get it there. So, again, really like to see the boys put something together here to get a positive on the scoreboard. And Mealy in the backfield. Whitehead down here. He's in motion. Snaps away. Mealy comes down to our side, and he's met right away. So they're just getting to us up front, Stafford. They're getting to us. They're getting in the backfield, and not a lot we can do with it once we get it. So 6:35 in the fourth here. Get the right quarter on the board here. 36-0. We will be playing a fifth quarter. They have announced, so we will be playing a fifth quarter after this, and we will leave it here so we can see some of those younger, especially those sixth grade, seventh graders who maybe didn't get in here in this game. Make sure that some of those families get to see those kids. Whitehead in motion, snaps away. Mealy's got pressure. He throws it up, and it is intercepted once again. And now he's still on his feet and taken down.
Down by Jonah Wentworth took him down.
So Whitworth there with the tackle, and that is the third interception today. So now we got to play defense, and they are in good field position on the 20-yard line going in. Some nights it's your night, some nights it's not. Yep. And tonight it was not the young Warriors' night. But you know what? They've got a lot of football ahead of them the rest of their career. And the future is bright. So
they look good.
There's a nice cut there by Weatherhead.
Good stop by.
Yeah, that was Weatherhead with the carry.
Reno for the tackle.
Zachariah Reno in again on a tackle. He's always in there.
He's always there. He's a quick little kid.
He is a quick little football player, I'll tell you that. And he's tough. A lot of people probably look at him and say, well, I'm not worried about this kid, but he's always in there on the tackle. Right. He's a tougher kid than what he may look like, and that's for sure, both offensively and defensively. And he's got a ton of energy. That's what I like about him. So here we are, and that snap is fake to Weatherhead, and it went to number 12.
That's a good stop by, I believe it was Tucker.
Wyatt Tucker, number 74, with a good stop there for the Warriors. So now you're on it over there with that roster. Yeah. I like it. Third down. Driver, understandably not in a hurry. It's a 36-point lead. They're letting that clock run.
4 minutes to go here.
The sun was out briefly. Now we're getting back into some overcast. Hoping to not be up again tomorrow morning driving roads for the fog.
I think we're good.
Are we good? I hope so.
I hope
that's the second day in a row we were up early driving for fog.
Did you have it tonight?
We did. There's a misdirection, and it's another touchdown for Driver. So they are now up 42-0. So 12 viewers. Let's see if nobody's in the chat. That's fine.
3 minutes left to play.
3 minutes left, but win or lose, we are really proud of our boys.
That's right. They fought. They look good. Like you said, they have a lot of football.
Oh, a lot of years left.
And it's going to be really.
The biggest thing for them is they have to understand that there's a new game next week, and you need to get back in there and practice. Coach Collum and Coach Collick will get them ready. And tomorrow's homecoming. They got to go out and they got to enjoy the game with our varsity guys. And there's a 2-point conversion.
And the 2-point conversion counter play to Evan Duncan is good.
Believe me, I was on when I was younger and even in high school. I was on the end of some pretty big drubbings in my day.
Oh, absolutely.
In all sports, so it's part of it. It's part of growing. And this is a good driver team.
Yes.
So 2:09 left, 44-0. A great showing for driver. A lot of credit to them. And proud of our boys' effort, proud of them staying with it.
They never stop.
No, proud of our coaches. They continue to teach. They continue to coach on the sidelines. The other thing I will say is everybody, both sides, have kept their heads about them. It could be easy when you're down to be frustrated and to, have an excessive penalty here or to do something that would be out of the ordinary, but you don't see that out of our boys. You don't see that out of driver. This has been 2 quality sportsmanship showings by both schools. So that ball is going to go out of bounds on the kickoff. And that's just about at the 30. Where are they going to mark that at? He's going to say the 34?
34?
I don't know. 35.
35,
He walked up to the 35. Now he's walking up to
30.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, they marked it at the 30, about the 35.
All right. I like it. I'll take it.
Back in action. Minute left.
58 seconds as the clock will run. Mercy rule's in effect at 44-0. Mercy rule takes over. Even in middle school, it's in the high school game too. I think it's actually a good call. The Football Coaches Association and the IHSA came up with that. So here we go. It'll be the last few plays of the game. This is Mealy coming down. Getting to the inside, looking for some room, gets a blocker, sheds a tackle, still on his feet.
Still going.
Still moving.
Oh,
he's going.
He's going.
He's
all
going.
the way.
And
20,
that is Grayson Mealy.
10, 5, touchdown.
Touchdown, and the Warriors get on the board.
That was a great run.
And we just talked about that. Make a positive out of something here. And they do, and they stop the shutout. So, and proud to see all of those boys continue to block all the way through that again. Under a minute to play, and you could easily just give it up.
That's right.
And say, we don't want to try on this play, but our boys played.
It's not the Warrior way.
All the way, and got on the board there. So, nice run.
Not the Warrior way to ever give up.
No. And I'm going to assume it stops.
And we are.
Are we going to go for 2 here, or what are we going to do?
I think they just called it a game. I think they're ready for the fifth
Going
quarter.
to the 5th quarter.
We got the.
And that is exactly what they're going to do. So
What
the
a
boys
great
are going to go over and talk to Coach. And as a coach, it's nice in a big separation in a win or a loss like this. At least you end the last play on a positive, and that's
right.
what Coach Collum and Coach Collick just need to play off of is the positive there at the end. And they obviously can go to practice and work on the things that didn't go well. They can watch this over again and see and talk to the kids. But I'd just say let's end it on a positive here, and let's get the 5th quarter going. In fact, if you've got Coach Collum's number, I'll call him real quick so we can get this thing rolling.
That's right.
But so we'll see some of our 6th and 7th graders that didn't get a play in that first game. And Coach Collick's actually over there getting them ready. So we'll be I'm going to have you be on it here. We're going to see some kids that we don't always get to see here. And a lot of them are 6th graders.
A lot of them are 6th graders. I think there's a bunch of all the 6th graders are out there, I believe.
And so you've got one out there.
I do. Number 27.
Number 27. We also have in the 6th grade, we have our, I believe it's our lone female, isn't it?
Yes, number 24.
Yeah. Number 24, Paisley Chambers.
Yes.
She's out there. I believe she's out there.
I believe so. I saw her. Yep, she.
So a shout out to Paisley.
There's a snap.
Snap is
And
to
number
15. and that is Carter Flynn.
Carter Flynn.
Carter Flynn is a 7th grader at quarterback. Let's see some others I see out there. I see 63.
Yep. And
That
that's,
is Easton Stewart.
73, Foster
For
Tosca.
Got number
14.
5. Mason Skinner in the 7th grade's out there.
Elijah Gale's out there too.
Yes.
Number 14. We'll see how they do. They look pretty pumped.
Well, yeah. At Wes-Del, unless you play Metro there at Rorton, you're playing flag football to 5th grade. So this is some of the first contact they get.
Which is a great.
And Carter Flynn rolling out.
And he's
He
passing
lets
it
that one go, and that's intercepted.
That was a good tackle.
And that tackle made there by
Mason Davis.
Mason Davis with a nice tackle. So, and there is, as we just mentioned her, I just saw number 24 in there, Paisley Chambers. She was in on that.
She was in on that block.
Interception by
Tackle,
number
excuse me.
42,
Tackle.
Grant Crawl.
And it's a good opportunity for them to play when all week long they have to go up against those larger 8th graders and 7th graders, and now they get their opportunity here. Both sides get the opportunity to put in a few of the kids who are a little younger. And it is a big jump from 6th grade to 8th grade.
It sure is.
So I remember when Grayson was a 6th grader. It's as a parent, it's a little frightening almost to go in there and have to play against some of those 8th graders. So we appreciate the fact that Driver accommodated and played the extra quarter.
Yes.
And that one's away and coming down here.
Oh,
And in on the tackle there,
with 32.
that's 35.
35, excuse me. Owen Long.
Owen Long.
Owen Long.
Carter Campbell on the carry. Gain of about 6.
And here comes the defense. 2nd down for Driver. 7:18 left here in this 5th quarter. Got a lot of defense there in the box.
Yes.
Almost showing blitz here. And they are coming.
Yep, they are.
And
There
a
we
roll
go.
out there to the top of the screen.
Oh, good stop.
Nice tackle.
Nice. I think that was Mason Davis again on the
Mason
tackle.
Davis now with 2 big tackles.
And a couple.
No, that's Mason
No,
Skinner.
No, that's Mason Skinner.
Mason
Excuse
Skinner,
me,
number
I was
5.
wrong.
A nice tackle there by Mason Skinner. You were right on the name, the first name. And the numbers are close. I know that people would say a 3 and a 5 aren't that close, but on those uniforms, it's close. So Mason Skinner, nice tackle, and now it's 3rd down and looks like 1 yard for Driver. Starting to get more and more overcast. Snaps away. Coming down here in
There
the low
goes.
part of the
Oh.
screen. Coming to the outside, trying to make that cut up field.
there was a good
Nice
cut.
cut into the inside.
That was a good cut.
And that will be a touchdown. Nice cut there. I didn't see who that was.
Number 3.
Touchdown run by number 12.
Number 12. Carter Campbell, 7th grader for the Hawks. So we will, in the extra quarter, we're going to go ahead and zero out the score. I think we know what happened. We'll zero that out. And just let these kids play without the score being on there.
Going for a 2-point.
2-point conversion, and then it'll be the first time we get to see the Warriors with the ball, right?
Yeah.
And a 2-point conversion is good. And so Wes-Del will get an opportunity now offensively as the clock's running down under 5 minutes here in the extra quarter.
2-point conversion is good on a little counter play by number 30, Landon Perfidio.
See if we can see the cheerleaders real quick across the field there. As they are in action. They are never, ever able to be put on camera. And the bad thing is they're, of course, cheering to the opposite side. So maybe they'll turn around here and they'll get, yep, there they are. All masked up, social distancing.
Yes.
And so there's our middle school cheerleaders. And we'll zoom back out and try to get this first Wes-Del possession offensively in the 5th quarter.
Here we go.
I don't. Well, no, this would be our second. We did.
Second, we did.
Carter. We talked about Carter.
Yeah.
Been a long game. We forgot. There's somebody in motion. The handoff is to that's 20.
28.
Nice carry here. 28.
Dalton. Bryant Dalton.
Bryant Dalton with the carry. Number 28. Nice little carry there for Wes-Del. Right at the 50-yard line now.
Maybe we'll just come right back with the score here.
Good chance. 3:15 left as the clock ticks away. Wes-Del offense getting set.
Man. They look good, though.
They do.
They look good.
Well, we're partial. We're parents. They always look good when you're the. That's a
Oh,
nice throw and
good.
bobble in and caught, didn't he?
No,
he just dropped
He
it.
dropped it.
He bobbled that, and I thought he caught it. Who was that out there?
Oh,
Can't see from the
I can't see from who that was. Let's see.
20.
By number 22, Grant Thrall.
Is that Dalton again? Bryant Dalton? No,
I couldn't see on the turn there. Probably was.
I think.
I think that's the only 28 out there.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think we only have one 28 on the team. They don't let us play with two 28s. That'd be confusing.
Well, I tell you what, for the first time being here, it was I enjoyed myself very much.
On being here in the
Being up
booth.
here in the booth with you.
Yeah, I think you should join me more often here at the middle school.
I would love to.
The fans will love you.
I hope so. I love them.
Snap,
there it
and
is.
there's a
to
nice snap.
Oh, that was a good run.
Oh, look at this, breaking it off.
Number 5.
Oh,
Mason
a little
Skinner.
Mason Skinner right there, and he even had a little bit of bobble there on the carry and kept with it.
That was
Nice
good.
little run there.
Great little run there.
Tackled by Perfidio.
I'll tell you.
And Coach Collig working with the younger guys here.
They do an amazing job with those kids.
They
really
do.
I know.
Here's what I like. We did this in the other game. Look at how far our huddle is away from the ball.
Mm-hmm.
That's something we got to learn. You know, we don't want to waste our energy
Trying to
get up to the ball. We did that in the 7th, 8th grade game too.
Minute left. I think we can tie this up. Oh, that was a good
high
catch.
snap, but rolling out.
He's going.
He's got room on that far side. Nice block there.
Yes.
Nice cut inside. Staying on his feet and getting knocked out of bounds.
About the 19.
It was a nice block up here. I did not catch the number. Apologize to whoever's parents may watch that, or if the kid watches later. I did not see. I believe it was 14. I'm going to go with 14.
Okay, Eli Gale.
Yes, that's who made a nice block there.
That's a good block. Go back. I think they look fired up there.
26 seconds. Here, let's see what happens. Maybe we can punch it in. And in
can.
motion.
Oh, there he goes.
He's down here. He's got room. He's got a cut
Dalton.
to the outside. Met there by a couple of driver tacklers, and that might be it unless we can get one together. 11 seconds, 8 seconds. That's going to be the last
Good
one,
run.
folks.
Oh, they're going to
Let them play one more.
I don't know if they're going to let them play one more or not. I think that's it.
Oh, man.
And the official says game over.
I tell you, we would have scored. They did great.
They did do great. I appreciate having you up here in the booth.
An honor to be up here. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
A lot of joy.
So, again, we'll just recap real quick. Good driver team. They handled things pretty much all game, but in the 8th grade game, in the 8th grade, 7th grade game, we did finish on a high note there with a touchdown.
We did.
And got on the board. And now the coaches will talk it over and get back to practice next week. And I forget who we play, but we may very well be back live streaming. So make sure you tell everybody that can't attend the games. That's why we live stream, to help get everybody the ability to see this, especially grandparents or anyone that doesn't get a voucher to get to the games. And then we will be Soup with Mac tomorrow night. Coach Mack will be on the play-by-play. We might, Officer Stafford, don't be afraid to come up and visit us up in the booth during the homecoming game. A lot of festivities as Tri comes to town. And Wes-Del coming off that tough one last week against Eastern Hancock. But I know they're ready, and they're always – whenever we play Tri, it's always a good game.
It is.
And so excited for that. So we will be probably on the air sometime about 6:30 tomorrow before we get started. So look for Coach Mack and I. But from driver for Officer Stafford, I'm the Superintendent Kyle Mealy. And we thank you for tuning in. This is the Wes-Del Sports Network.